Welcome to StockMarketFunding.com. This is tape 2. We gave bids out at $1.50. In tape 1, you've seen the highs. You've seen people that barreled in, 2,400 contracts traded. Market's only been open a half an hour. The thing about it is the SMF Pro traders with 30 years of fucking talent behind them, excuse my language, on the tape are down here to buy the low end of the market when everyone else was buying up at the top. If that's something you want to learn how to do, then you can come on over here to StockMarketFunding.com. Okay? Because you're not going to find that talent out nowhere else. Tape number 1, we showed you where it was. Follow up, tape number 2, we put our bids down at $1.50 when they were up at $4.50. That's at $3 below it. They hit $1.55. Stock did a 369 reversal back to the 200 rising minute period moving average. We undercut the bid. We dropped the bid down to $1.10, and we'll update you again on how to trade the 540 call on the Google on expiration day. And we took the bids down. We hit $1.50 right to the penny, right where I gave it. Hey, that's called talent, folks. Go find that on the internet. Bids are down at $1.10. We're here. That's where we're going to keep it. Here we are back on the tape. We said $1.10. We're going to let people take a small entry at $1.10. The high was $1.50. They closed out at $4.80. This is called talent. This is called wholesale versus retail. Oh yeah, the public loves to be retail. That's all they know how to do. They took their little option courses and their little retail 5-day trading programs. Oh yeah, they did all right. And this is where we're going to stay, because we're going to buy the low end of this contract. $1.50, we dropped it to $1.10. We were within 8 pennies. We'll take a low risk entry. Our wholesale entry is we're taking risk out of the trade, and we'll update it to you again. Go look at tape number 1. Look at tape number 2. If this isn't enough to convince you where to be, then nothing will. Guess we'll never see you. If this is what you want to be, then I guess we'll see you at StockMarketFunding.com. Call us today at 702-685-0772. Okay, I did have some traders. Okay, we got some traders that got in. I'm being told on my teletype. Some of the other bigger traders and whatnot. So basically, we took a little bit of a position at the wholesale price, and I'll update you. A couple guys got popped at $1.30 and $1.40. And some of our senior traders here on this entry. Let us not be in denial about wholesale. The public only knows how to do one thing during options expiration or any time. They love to buy high and sell at the low. Okay. Bridget got an entry. She's in our pro trading school. She's not a senior trader, but she took a small entry and down toward the lows in here. So that way, that puts her out as the market maker because they're 20 pennies wide. If she wanted to move in there right now and sell at $1.40, she could, but she doesn't have to. But because of her wholesale entry, that puts her as the market maker on the offer out. You've been given a gift. Ha ha. Okay. Jack Trey is in the 5-day free trial at StockMarketFunding.com. What the stock did is it came down and it tested yesterday's ascending consolidated, ascending breakout base to the top to the retest at support. On the short term, we're oversold. We've got indicators that Jack Trey was being taught about here in his free trial. One of them is the percent DS. The other one is the CCI. The other one is the MACD, these blue lines. And that the MACD starts to improve up off the bottom, and that the stock came down and tested that support level just like it did yesterday. And yesterday, it took a long time before it made its move. But it did make its move. And so basically, as we put a bottom in a stock, we'll be watching the CCI here. We'll be watching the percent DS there. We'll be watching mathematically that this number has to go higher than the previous number. And basically, as these indicators start to improve, is that we would know that that base down here or that bottom is going to get put in. And we're going to get oversold again in the trade. And like always, you get oversold and you go higher. You get overbought and you pull back. And on this side of the trade, they're trading the oversold condition of the opening hour on Google of the 540 calls that expire today on options expiration. And basically the public were buying up at the high again. They closed at 480, they came down, people bought, they ran up, they kept adding contracts. The SMF Pro Trader and the Option Pro Trading School are hit down here toward the lows. That means that their risk is very minimized compared to the public. And if you're tired of those other options trading courses that haven't panned out for you, well, then I suggest you get here. That's my humble opinion at stockmarketfunding.com, because these trades are live, and so are the entry. When we had the reversal bar, we had some senior pro traders buy the 540 put because the 10-minute crossed over. The wider that this crossover gets on this 3-minute chart, that's where you find the weakness, and that's to the downside. However, when that 10-minute period moving average and all of these other indicators improve, that's how you end up putting a bottom on an intraday level before you break back higher. And on the option side here, we've got traders hit down here. Didn't quite go to the $1.10, but we let traders start buying in at around $1.20 and $1.40 and $1.30. So as we work up off the bottom here, percent DS, CCI goes positive. This MACD is going lower. That means it's going up in numbers, and we will put that move. And this is options expiration. The most important thing for you to learn here, people, is you're not going to go find an options trading course that gets wholesale entries like this, because you're not. People were buying up at the highs. They do it every single day, 5 days a week, 300 or however many weeks are in a year. It's 352 or whatever it is. What I'm telling you is wholesale versus retail, market maker versus public. Okay? And they got their positions, they got their entries. Tape 1, this is tape 2.